one of the biggest shows in the history of
the
platforms.
world.
Yes, of course. I don't want to say TV because it's not TV. Experiences that you've lived, maybe you said, I can't believe that this is happening. Or
I was amazed at the extent to which things were built and that weren't CGI. Because you're kind of, on a show like this, you kind of expect, oh yeah, a lot of it will be CGI. And people still say that. And you go, no, that was built. That was actually there. Like my, forge and all the sets.
What's created in terms of costume fittings, 10 different costume fittings, the scope of everything. When you walk onto the set in Numenor, you're blown away by what they've created. The history in the walls. They've got graffiti from 3 centuries ago, rubbed out with other bits of writing. The attention to detail is quite extraordinary. You might have a green screen in the distance somewhere that fills in the world beyond it, which is at that point that you get absolutely blown away. But you do have moments, like we had horse training we had 3 horse lessons a week for 3 months, and then we get to ride on a beach in New Zealand, and there are those moments where you go, wow. I'm in Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power.
When it's the first time, when you have never seen the set or you've never seen the location, for me, it's like you get to be a kid inside. You just get to have permission to kind of like be a geek and be like, wow, oh my God, and go and look at the things. But then you have to focus because for those characters, this is just everyday life for them. This is their home. This is their city. They know these places intimately. So you're having the dual...
One coffee shop.
Yeah. Maxime, what's your experience? That aha moment you had?
Well, I think it was just how do we make the spider sequence? I had to fight, my character fights Shelob in the very first time you see Isildur on screen. And I was like, how do you do this? How is this going to translate? And it was just fascinating to learn about it, because I think it was my first time as an actor doing something like this. Expecting a sort of high-tech sort of machine that would come in to help me act, but it was just a rugby ball with some sticks. With two guys in morph suits just going and I was like,
that's interesting.
Well, that's a bit simple, isn't it? Considering it's Lord of the Rings. But then you see it on screen and you're like, wow, this is such an intricate creature that has a personality, and they've managed to really distill that. And it is a just a mind-blowing experience to be part of the show. And
how is it to get the ears? Sorry, I always have it now.
I love
because
the ears.
How long does it get?
So it's probably about an hour and 45, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, something
for
like
the
that.
ears.
Because sometimes some mornings you have one person on each ear.
And Isildur, Maxime?
Towards the end of the season, I'm just covered in mud, and it started off like sort of them just getting me,
But then
getting me dirty. Then it was just like, could you just put your face in a bucket? And I'm like, all right.
How do you get into the talking world? How is it?
I wake up with crippling anxiety every day.
Maxim, do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a big show. Okay. And I'm like, can I do this? The questions in your mind tick over. I think the cast are so wonderful because we're such a supportive group of people that really make the show and the experience so worthwhile.
Actually, I'm struggling to say Celebrimbor or Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor.
What's the workshop of Celebrimbor?
The Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
Tap that R.
Celebrimbor.
I love a tap of the R though, isn't
Little
it? Nice.
Actually.
Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor.
Yeah,
so it's correct?
You're getting there.
Now I just need the long hair, the beard I have, and maybe I can get a job. You have 3 more seasons, so maybe I can say.
Well, leave us your details when you leave, and we'll see what we can do.
Maura, Hantale, and Lumena. What do you think I said?
That's Elvish.
Yes.
Maura,
Hantale, and Lumena. I hope I pronounced it correctly.
9 for the race of men.
No. Is that it?
I don't know. I was just...
I'm afraid I don't know the answer.
Thank you for your time.
Oh!
And it's time, so...
That was excellent.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks. Great to meet you.